Hello everyone, hope you're doing well. My name is Paula, the music grandma, and today we're going to talk about chords. Now before we talk about chords, I want to talk a little bit about Synthesia, which is, some of you may know already, it's an app where you can go and learn songs very quickly and easily. But I encourage you as a beginner to stay away from Synthesia. Not that I have anything against them. I actually use the app myself, but for a beginner who wants to learn how to play for themselves, I would say at the beginning, stay away from Synthesia and use your time instead to develop your ear. Once your ear knows what to do, then the ear can tell the hand what to do. And you will be able to play just about any song in any key at the spur of the moment. So this way that I'm going to talk about is the slow and boring way. If you're not into that, that's fine. If you just want to play a few tunes, then stay with Synthesia. You will get to know one song at a time, and eventually you will get to know quite a few songs, but you probably won't develop your ear listening to Synthesia. If you learn from Synthesia, you probably won't develop your ear. So now, how am I proposing to you to develop your ear? I am saying, learn your chords. First of all, learn your chords. Get a chord chart from the internet and learn the chords. So most people start off with a C major chord. And we usually play the chords in the left hand, but you should also get your right hand playing chords as well. But let's start with the left hand. Now, when you play the C major chord, you don't want to be playing it just as the chart. You know, that's one way of playing it. But we also want to play it in its inversions. I've talked about this in another previous video, but I will go over it here. If we take the C from the bottom and put it at the top, so let go of this C and move your hand up. This is called the first inversion of C major. We do it again, take the E up here, let go of that E. Now we have the second inversion of C major. Okay, so now what we're going to do to make sure we know those is to play them in a pattern. Root position, first inversion, second inversion, root. Back down, second, first, root. And we can play it, so that's called a solid chord. We can play it as a broken chord. So we can do that and do it for all the chords that we want to learn. So that's the thing. And of course you do it with your right hand as well, because your right hand needs to know the chords as well. So do it with the right hand as well. Okay? Now when you take your chord chart, we're not just going to learn the chords in the order that they come in on the chart. That won't be very useful, because most tunes, or all tunes I should say, are written in a certain key. Now a key is a set of chords that go together. If we're in the key of C major, we're going to have, of course we're going to have the C chord. But if we go up the scale of C, we could have D minor, E minor, F major, G major, A minor. The B chord is usually used as a G7 rather than just a straight B. So if I repeat the B in the left hand, you can hear that that's not as pleasing as having the G instead of the B. So this chord is usually used as a G7. So that's where your seventh chord comes in. Okay, so let's go back to talking about being in C major. The chords in a tune that is in C major, the chords that you will definitely need to know are C, C major, F major, and G major. Now there are certain minor chords. The first minor you should learn is the sixth. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sixth chord is A minor. That will come up in a lot of tunes. And then the secondary chords that come up are the D minor and the E minor. As a beginner, just learn the number 1 chord, and then the 4 chord, 1, 2, 3, 4 chord, the 5 chord, and the 6 chord. So no matter what key you try to play in, first learn the 1 chord, 4 chord, 5 chord, and 6 chord for that key. Let me demonstrate that in G major. 1, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, those are the chords that will help you play a vast majority of tunes. But if you want to go on a little bit more advanced, you should learn the 2 and the 3. And then, of course, the 5-7 chord. Once you know the 5, it's easy to make it into a 5-7. And those are basically the chords that are used all the time. So let's see, in C major, if we know C, 1, the 4, and the 5, and the 6, then all we have left is 2 and 3, and the 5-7. So now we know all the chords in the, yeah, right. But start off with 1, 4, 5, and 6, okay? So no matter what key you want to play in, say you want to play in the key of D, 1, D major, G major, A major, and B minor. So learn your chords in terms of a key. And start off with C major because that is the easiest one. But tunes don't always sound the same in each key. There's often one key that a tune will sound really good in, and it won't sound very well in any other key. This happens quite a bit, and you can read about that on the internet, why different keys sound different. But for now, let me say it one more time. Start off with C major, F major, G major, and A minor. And the way to learn them is with the pattern I just gave you earlier. Learn that pattern, the solid and the broken, etc. Now the other thing that you can learn to do with your chords is to find them. When you play this, you're just staying very close by, right? Now we want to learn the chords by jumping at them. So I suggest put your pinky and play the tonic or the bass note of the chord, and then jump to the chord. So root position, first inversion, second inversion, back to root. So with each chord you learn, say it's G, do the same thing, G, so now we have gotten our hand used to playing the chord, and we're used to playing the chord by jumping at it, not just by being close to it. Now the final thing that we need to learn for the chords is how to actually use them. And when we play the chords, we usually play them in a certain progression, so they move from one position to another. So you have different, you can have different progressions. One very common progression is to have the 5 chord, followed by the 6 chord, 4, and then 1. So you can play it. Sometimes we play the left hand with an octave, 5, 6, 4, 1. So the song Rise Up, for example, is played in this progression. You're broken down and tired of living life on a merry-go-round, and you can't find the fighter, but I see it in you, so we're gonna walk it out and mountains, etc. So that is one progression that you can learn. And as you see, there's also a form to how you play your chords. So in this form, I'm playing second inversion with my right hand and octaves with my left. But there are other things. There's a little waltz. It's called Esther's Waltz, number 9. And it's a three beat tune. So they use that kind of papa. So that's one of the patterns that you can learn as well. But let's not go into that too much today. I'm just showing you what you can do with the chords, okay? So as you get to know the chords, you will start learning how to use them. Just for now, just start learning the chords. I try to teach you too many things in one lesson. Oh boy. But yeah. So just for now, because you're a beginner, just take your time, learn the chords, and do the stuff that I showed today. So the solid pattern and the broken. And also learn how to jump from and so on. Okay, and then you can learn how to play some progressions. Just start off with the chord in the right hand and the octaves in the left. Try some different, make up some of your own. 1, 5, 6 sounds nice, doesn't it? 1, 5, 6, 4, 1, 5, 6, 4. Another one that I like as well is 6, 5, 1, 6, 5, 1. Sounds really nice. Or 4, 6, 5, 1. See that? And then you can start once you get learning how to play with the 1, 4, 5, 6. Start incorporating your 2 and 3. Okay? Okay, I think I better stop talking today because I'm going to get into trouble, more trouble than I got into already. So let's stop there and we will talk again next time. So happy practicing and I will see you next time. Bye.